After spending 16 years in Canada, including 13 as a pastor, former striker Gavin Peacock now has his own ministry at a Baptist church in Kent. Returning to England was something he had been talking about with his wife Amanda, after the death of his mother-in-law 18 months ago. Sign up for the sport newsletter. Thank you. Former Chelsea star Gavin Peacock has returned to England to revive a church in KentCredit. Shutterstock Editorial. Peacock, 58, played for 6 clubs during a 17-year career between 1984 and 2001, scoring more than 100 league goals in a career spanning more than 500 league appearances. He became a Christian at the age of 18 and even presented BBC's Songs of Praise in 2008. After he finished playing in 2001, he became a regular pundit for the BBC on Football Focus, Match of the Day and Radio 5 Live. But he took the decision to step away from a successful broadcasting career and take his family to Canada in 2010, where he studied a 3-year master's course in divinity at Ambrose Seminary, then becoming a pastor in Calgary. Read more football news. Peacock explained, "It was a big change for the family when we moved to Canada. My 2 children were 15 and 12 at the time. They now have their own lives over there. What my wife and I miss more than anything else, having been back in the UK over a year, is the children and grandchildren, although we have plans to visit them a couple of times a year. We just felt the time was right to move back. We have relatives here and it was where we lived for the first 40 years of our lives. It is very much home for us. Most read in sport, best online casinos, top sites in the UK." The former striker moved his family to Canada in 2010 and became a pastor. Credit, Shutterstock Editorial. For Gavin, that has included regular trips with his dad, Charlton legend Keith, to watch the Addicks at the Valley. Keith, the first ever substitute used in the Football League in 1965, played over 500 games for the South Londoners. He managed Gillingham for 6 years and had a spell as caretaker manager of Charlton too. He added, "Dad is 80 and has just had a hip replacement. He is still limping a bit, but it's been night and day in terms of mobility for him. It was wonderful to watch them get promoted last season, and yesterday's 2-0 win at Leicester was a big result after only 1 victory in their previous 8 games. The club looks after their former players so well, and I am so grateful for how manager Nathan Jones treats Dad with such affection to this day." Peacock, who played over 100 times for the Blues, enjoys combining football and his faith during sermons. Credit, Getty. Peacock Jr. played a key role in Kevin Keegan's Newcastle Revolution, helping them to the second-tier title and promotion in the 1992-93 season, and then became Glenn Hoddle's first signing at Chelsea for £1.5 million in the summer of 1993. He played for Hoddle and the Blues in the 1994 FA Cup final and was part of the team that reached the Cup Winners' Cup semi-final the following season. Peacock published his autobiography 4 years ago called A Greater Glory, From Pitch to Pulpit. And he still gets a great feeling of satisfaction and reward working in his pastoral role. He said, "In a trip to the UK in 2024 I spoke at a Baptist annual conference. I then talked with an elder at Betherston Baptist Church in Kent and was made aware that the fellowship was struggling and needed a pastor. I was honored to be asked to help revitalize the church in Kent. I have looked at it almost like a footballer, in terms of being there for a season. But it has gone really well. I have also implemented a pastoral training program in the Betherston Church. He enjoys being able to combine his faith and football in his talks. He added, whether it's talking in front of 50 people in a church on a Sunday or scoring in front of 50,000 fans at Newcastle, the responsibility is still the same. Despite a complete change of lifestyle since retiring as a player, Peacock still speaks with emotion about his time as a player and TV pundit. Recommended stories. It's a strange one because I had as much enjoyment working for the BBC in broadcasting as I did as a player. At times it feels like yesterday when I was playing and talking about football. I don't think I'll ever lose that love of the game. Quote,